When it was the case of IPOB, soldiers were sent. Why will Buhari send police to Benue? Former Army Intelligence Officer, Colonel Tony Nyam, RTD has flayed the federal government's refusal to send soldiers after the Fulani herdsmen involved in the Benue killings as an act of double standard. Noting that soldiers were deployed against agents of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Niger Delta militants among others, he said the hesitation to send soldiers after the heavily armed herdsmen stood truth in its head. Nyam spoke in a channel's television interview on Monday. Nyam, who compared the situation in Rivers State as comparable to that in Benue State, even given that more people have died in Benue than in Rivers of recent, said that the deployment of soldiers helped in the tracking down and killing of the Rivers State kidnap kingpin, Johnson Iguitabia, who was known as Don Wayne. There are double standards that we see here. Today, the cult guy in Rivers has been killed by the military because the military, troops, were sent in. Why will President Muhammadu Buhari send police to Benue? Why not the military? When it was the case of the militants, soldiers were sent. When it was the case of IPOB, soldiers were sent. In the case of sophisticatedly armed invaders, mainly as said by the Kano state governor, Alhaj Abdullahi Ganjaj, as foreigners, you send police, that is pure double standard, he said. The security expert in questioning the policy framework in tackling the insecurity said, there is a failure at both the policy and operational levels, Mr. Nyam said. At the policy level, you cannot use police action against sophisticated armed invaders of one's community. It would be recalled that the Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, had following his meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari last week blamed the killings in Benue on communal clashes, a view Idris condemned Monday. When it was the case of IPOB, soldiers were sent. Why will Buhari send police to Benue? Former Army Intelligence Officer, Colonel Tony Nyam,